true. I was lucky enough to get the chance to go to a Taylor Swift concert this past weekend, and we went on Saturday, and it was amazing. It was unbelievable, and it was really amazing to see her in concert. You know, I'm used to seeing her on the TV and online and stuff. It's just totally different seeing her in person. This whole video is kind of going to be centered around my weekend and traveling to the concert, being at the concert, and what the concert was like and that stuff with having POTS. So since I was at the concert all weekend, since we had to stay over and things, I have not had a chance to see any videos yet for this week. To start off, going to a Taylor Swift concert was one of my dreams ever since she had her first single come out on the radio when I was in 5th grade. So I have always really wanted to go to one of her concerts, and the year after, probably a year and a half, I got sick and wasn't able to go to any sort of concert deals. So I actually really wanted to go to the Speak Now tour, but I was just too sick to be able to, and I made it one of my goals to be able to see her in concert one day, and I achieved one of my goals to see her in concert, and it was amazing, and I cannot believe my body stood up the way it did with all the walking and standing. It was just so much standing. So I'm just gonna give you an idea of what it was like and what I did and things. So we basically had a 3-hour drive down because we had to go to the Boston area, and that was pretty far. I had driven 3 hours with POTS before, so I wasn't that afraid of feeling sick, and so we had to leave early in the day to be able to get there by 3, so we could, because we had the pre-party kind of pass thing, which we thought would be easier and we'll be able to not have to wait in lines and stuff. And that was definitely not the case. We had to wait in lines and lines of people. They had us wait in a line, get our tickets, and then get back to the end of the line and wait till 4:30, because tickets open at 3:30. You had to wait till 4:30 to get into the building, and you had to be in there by 4:30. Well, they opened at 4:30, and you had to be in there by you had to be in the line by 4:30, and then you had to wait to get in. And they took your picture when you went in, as a red carpet kind of deal. And the thing was, you were waiting in line outside against the building. It was rocky on the ground, so it was hard to walk on. And you were waiting for a very long time because they were taking pictures as people were going in. And I was like, why can't they have that separate so people can go in, but you have that option? But other than that, we got into the pre-party thing where they had food and a lot of different things and raffles. So then we stayed there until 6:30 when the concert began. Around 6:30, we got in there before that. And we had to wait another line to get into the stadium on the field because we had floor seats. To get in, we had to wait a big line. And then it happened to be the line they directed us to was not the field line, for the field. So they were like, okay, go that one. And we were like, oh my god. So we had to go into another line, which was shorter, thankfully, but that led us to our seats. And so basically the concert opened up with Austin Mahone and Ed Sheeran and Joel Krause. So that was really cool to see, especially Ed Sheeran. and Austin Mahone. I know one of his songs very well, but I don't know many of his songs. He sang some covers too, so that was good. But he was really good. And Ed Sheeran was amazing. I love him, and he started singing his first song, and I started to hear like the music playing before he came out, and it was Give Me Love, and that is my favorite song by him. Well, I was waiting for, Taylor to get on, and it was 2 hours, 2 hours of opening acts. I started to feel like a little nauseous, a little tired, and it was getting to a point where I was ready to take my medication because my medication was wearing off, so I had to take it. And that's probably why I was feeling bad. That was the only time, pretty much, that I started feeling kind of sick. But it went away after I walked around a little bit and took my Mitadrine. And then, Taylor came on, sang all of her songs, and she was just really amazing. It was a really great show, and I was able to stand up and, sing along and watch the concert and watch her sing, and it was great. I had no issues at all, and I think I was running on all adrenaline. But yeah, and the second thing was when I said I was feeling bad, the music was really loud at that point in the concert, and I feel like that was contributing to like tachycardia because it was like booming. So if that makes any sense. Anyway, so overall, I had a really great time and a really great experience. But she was just really inspiring, and all of her songs were, and she talked a fair bit throughout the concert, and a lot of inspiring words to the audience, and I thought that was really cool. And afterwards, after she was finished and we were going home, it took like an extra hour to just get out of the parking lot, so that was kind of crazy. I was still running on adrenaline by that point. And we got to our hotel by 1 in the morning. And the beds in the hotel were horrible. It was just horrible. We had one queen-size bed, me and my mom, and we shared it because we booked rooms late and they only had singles. So we had a queen-size bed, but it was like basically like this. It was very sagged, and with 2 people on it, it just went like this. It was horrible. But I woke up a few times with having to move around and like switch positions because it was uncomfortable. But other than that, I had a fair bit of sleep. A whole 4 hours probably. Anyway, what else? The second day after, when we were driving back, we went to the mall, and we spent like 4 hours at the mall, and I felt fine at the mall. I started to get tired at the end and started feeling that lack of sleep. But, and then we drove back, and yeah, I really didn't have any problems with the driving. I just made sure I was on time with my Mitadrine and taking my salts regularly, and I also started a CoQ10. I'll talk about that a little later so it doesn't interfere with what I'm talking about. Anyway, my message to you guys is just to never give up on the things you want to do, because I never thought I'd be able to do that much that I did this past weekend, because just a year ago, I really can't believe it's almost a year. Just a year ago, that, probably a couple months from now, but just a year ago, I was still really sick. I was not on anything but fluticasone, and I was really struggling. And it was a point where we think that I had some sort of growth or something happening, because I was just really bad. And once I started my mitodrain, I just have come such a long way from back then, and I feel so lucky to be able to have found something that has worked for me to get me to a point where I can be able to function. So really, never give up. Keep on trying different things, and keep the faith that you will someday. There will be some better days, and someday you will be in a better place than where you are right now if you're really sick with POTS. Okay, off of that, but I am just going to talk about the CoQ10 that I said. I started a CoQ10, and I started it probably like 5 days ago, maybe a week, but I have been taking it once a day instead of twice a day to just get onto it. And I feel like, I want to say that I have more energy because it's supposed to help with your energy and your heart health and, your overall heart health. I haven't been on it long enough and I haven't added that second dose to be able to see the difference, but I haven't had any negative effects, so that's good. In the past, I've tried a CoQ10 and I just was in a bad place back then. I didn't know whether it was a medication. Well, it's not a medication, it's a vitamin. But didn't know if it was what I was taking or if it was just, my body. So I'm going to go now because it's getting to be a very long video, I think. But, just keep on keeping on and set your goals, try different things, and just keep on going and keep on moving forward, and you will get there. I'm an example of how you can achieve so much in just a year, because I found what worked for me, and I have built up my exercise tolerance, and it has helped a ton with my endurance. So just keep on doing it, and I know it's rough, but you'll get through it, and I hope that everyone is doing well and having a good week, and I will see you guys next week, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye.